This episode is brought to you by Major Spoilers VIP members. Thank you for your support of Major Spoilers and the Major Spoilers Podcast Network. If you would like to become a bronze, silver, or gold VIP member, go to members.majorspoilers.com for more information.
Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and sharing this podcast with a friend. We know so many of you enjoy this game, and we enjoy getting it out to you each and every week, or as often as we can get it out. The goal is 50 weeks a year, right?
Yep.
So I think we're doing all right with that right now. Over here is Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
And over there is Sam.
Hello.
And then, of course, there's always Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Why do I always have to be always? Why can't I be and starring or a special guest?
Also featuring.
And also complaining about it, Matthew.
Hey, Rodrigo, what's going on, man?
This and that.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of this.
Okay.
Mostly
Monica.
Some of that.
Yeah. All right, man. So why don't we get into this adventure and fill some of our listeners in on what's going on and just knock this out of the ballpark.
Okay. Let's see. So, we will start with Orem. He wakes up. Everything's
I don't normally sleep, so this is always
it's very disconcerting. Everything's fuzzy. Clearly, that portal was not the most stable thing. His vision's a little blurry. He does appear to be sitting on grass, and with some frequency, some water will fall on him. As his senses start to kind of stabilize, he realizes that he is in a forest, and it is raining, but it's a dense enough forest that the canopy is preventing a lot of the rain from falling directly on him. Why don't you go ahead and describe Orem?
Okay, Orem is currently partly wet, which means his long blonde hair is also partly wet, as are his blue robes. He switched back into those because if you're going to go try to make a trip through a portal, you want to look your best. So, very intricate pattern all throughout. It's basically, if you think of the blue as a, not quite a shade up from navy blue, right? That's the main background color of the fabric, but then all the stitching is a navy blue on top of that. So it's a lighter blue on top of a darker blue, or a darker blue on top of a lighter blue. He's got a sack of provisions, and on his side he has two swords. One of them, listeners may be very familiar with, because it has a weird growth right in the center where the hilt and the blade meet. So it may pop open every once in a while and look around. Otherwise, it's Orem, and he's wet. And as everyone knows, Eladrin hate getting wet for no reason.
Right. It's a well-known fact.
As Orem checks himself, right, he looks around to see if this is Eladrin wood or if this is natural wood.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
So as Orem snaps to, his traveling companion also snaps to, why don't you go ahead and describe her?
Sure. So Little Sparkle is a Kenku, which means she's a bird person. She has black and green feathers. She's flutters open her eyes, which are blue and humanoid. She's got a bright green, longish beak. She is wearing black leather armor that moves around her and has a wicked-looking dagger at her side. And she's wearing boots and a necklace that seems to be made entirely out of keys.
Okay. So, yes, as both of them kind of start regaining their faculties, you realize a handful of things. First off, you are sitting on grass.
Yay.
Second, it becomes very clear to both of you that you are no longer in the Feywild.
Yay.
Also yay, I guess. I hope.
You are immediately surrounded by some probably about, 6-inch tall glowing mushrooms that delineate this area. And outside of that farther outside of that is a forest that you're into. Like I said, it's raining. Water's coming down the leaves and drip dropping onto you every once in a while. But perhaps the most evident thing, as both Orem and Little Sparkle kind of snap to, is that they find that each of them has a long sword pointed at them, which is then held by two guys. There's two guys, each with a long sword.
Okay.
They are armored with armor that is mostly leather, but has a lot of metal additions, sort of. So it's leather armor, but like the shoulder pads are steel, the bracers are steel, there's steel in the breastplate and the belt, and things like that. They're also wearing helmets that are also kind of basically a leather helm with steel stuff and an actual like faceplate that can be moved up or down. They are wearing a crest that you can't quite make out yet because you're not fully with it. But like I said, they are on horseback and pointing swords at you guys as you kind of wake up.
Hello.
Little Sparkle will kind of like put her hands in a hands up motion while staying on the ground and be like, Hail, how can we help you?
One of them's kind of the one that's pointing a sword at Orem says, "Who sent you?"
I sent me. I am Orem Rivendorn of the Feywild. I stand up and start brushing myself off.
The guy kind of moves his sword towards Orem, not in a stabbing motion, but just kind of a little bit of a get back. He's like, "We know who you are."
Oh, okay. Good. Then you know who I am. Who might you be? Yes, she is with me.
Oh, you mean you don't recognize us?
I'm sorry, I don't. It's been far too long since I've been here. Where is here, by the way?
They both look at each other, and they're like, "Do you remember what this place is called?" Like, the other guy, again, both with their, like, faceplates down, the other guy just, like, gives him a big shrug. Like, basically stops pointing his sword at Little Sparkle to give him a shrug. Like, I don't know, this is some forest in our lands.
Okay, and who is your ruler?
Well, obviously the king.
Yes, the only king I know is the King of Diamond Throne.
Yes.
And that is who you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, great. Then you know I pose no harm or threat to you.
Of course you pose no threat to us. Ha 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 ha. And they both laugh.
Yes, of course. So, you happened upon us very quickly.
Well, it was kind of a light show, Grandpa.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay, well, it's been so long since I've been here, perhaps a visit to the king might be in order then.
Oh, the king's pretty far away from here.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have to take you back to our keep.
Okay. Well, all right. You have provisions there and information that I could use?
We'll see.
Okay. Is there something I have done?
I don't know, Grandpa. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
You keep referring to me as grandfather, and I looked a little sparkle. I don't have any gray hair, do I?
Not that I can tell.
I
have no idea who these people are.
Yeah, meaning. Oh, okay. Well. Why do you keep referring to me as grandpa?
They both look at each other, and they're like,
I have no children that I know of.
you really don't know who we are.
No.
One of them lifts up his mask.
Oh.
It appears to be a young human of about 20.
Probably would be about that age, right?
2021.
Oh, it's you.
And then the other one lifts up his mask. He looks exactly the same as the other one.
And you.
Yes. You recognize them as Max and Felix. Randus is, I guess, technically cousins, right?
Yeah, but they're not Duthanes, right? What was their last name?
They were Edelhoffs.
Edelhoff, okay. Max and Felix.
Also very strange that they're wearing, like, noble garb.
The last time I saw you two, you were with your uncle and your aunt and taking care of business, gathering, like, dragon skins and...
Yeah, we're in a different line of business now. We're nobility.
Nobility?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, and they're like, they just start moving their horses down that direction. Well, let's see what happened. Randus saved the kingdom.
Oh,
So he was given all these lands, but he doesn't have much of an actual family, so all of his extended family kind of got incorporated into a royal house. So we're Duthanes now.
Wow, okay.
And the other one's like, and you will address us as such. Which is the best thing that you can say to people, by the way.
Address you as Duthanes. Very well, then.
Well, sirs, Duthanes, could you lead us to Sir Randus, as I have very strong reason to believe his life is in danger.
Oh yeah, we know.
Oh, was the assassination attempt already made then?
Which one?
The one by these
I don't know. One by maybe
one by these
people
fly-looking
in
guys.
red jumpsuits wearing gas masks?
They look at each other. No, not that one.
Oh, well then we should definitely still get there.
Agreed.
Well, Randus isn't here. Why don't we'll just take you back to the keep and you can go from there. We'll have our aunt explain things, because clearly you guys are totally out of the loop.
Yes, obviously. It's been many years. Do you have something we could also ride?
They look around. No.
Very well, then.
So you guys walk for a while. And as you kind of crest over a hill, the forest clears up a little bit, and you can see that there's kind of another forested patch kind of ahead and a little bit to the left of where you're heading. And towering over that forest is a statue. It is enormous and appears to be the statue of a young man wearing kind of a smith's apron and a bandana and sporting some excellent mutton chops.
Doesn't it all look like generic human with Randus's face on it?
Nope.
Okay, so this one actually looks like Smith.
It looks a lot like Smith.
Excellent. Well, that is a splendid statue, gentlemen. That is magnificent. Who commissioned this?
Well, Randus did.
Very well. Very well. Very good. Magnificent.
Yeah, just wait till the other one goes up.
Oh, what other one?
You guys kind of make it around this bend, and then you walk into this big clearing, and right at the center of the clearing, there is a lot of stone, and one of the bigger stones has been carved, and the first thing that Orem sees as he kind of comes around is an enormous representation of Torque's head looking right at him.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that.
So this head is really big, has a helmet and a pair of ram's horns on either side. It is clearly an orc, has some tusks coming out the mouth, and a hefty brow. And my guess, it's probably kind of maybe growling-ish face or something like that. Looking fierce and determined. Very nice, very nice. The eyes don't look blank enough, but that's very, very good. I don't know, artistic license or something.
I understand.
So you guys walk to what is a very nice homestead. There are walls around it, but to call it a keep is probably a little bit of an exaggeration. It's more of a probably more of a hacienda with some pretty hefty walls around it. You're let in by some servants, and Max and Felix escort you into the house, where you see wearing a very nice dress. You see a woman. Middle-aged, long, kind of curly black hair, has some white in it, and looks kind of, she's kind of going around telling people to go there and do this and do that other thing before she finally clears out all of her assistants and then walks towards you as Max and Felix lead you to kind of a little sitting room.
Okay. Bow down to her.
Also bow?
Yeah. Orem.
Yes, Mrs. Duthane. It is me. After a very long time, I've been able to return.
That is great news.
It is good news, but it also comes with some troubling news.
Oh.
Your son may be in very grave danger.
Oh, yes, we know. Have a seat.
You know?
Yes.
Well, your nephews didn't appear to be.
Haven't they gotten
in the
big?
Know. Yes, they have. They've grown into quite fine specimens.
I think so. By the way, they get bored and leave.
So I don't want to alarm you, but you said you know that Randus is in danger.
Oh, yes. So, let's see. What did you miss? There was a civil war.
What?
Well, you were... I think you were all there for the coup at Diamond Throne.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
So, that led to a civil war.
Okay.
We kind of split the country between the North and the South.
Yeah, okay.
It's all very cloak and dagger stuff, but as it turns out, there was a dark power at work moving the South. Randus, of course, being such a smart boy, figured it all out, thwarted it, and the traitors were put to the sword.
Wow.
And then they were like, well, there's all this land and nobody to rule it, so they just gave it to Randus.
Okay. Wow. I'm kind of speechless. So Randus is a king?
No. He's a noble. He's a lord. He's actually the Warden of the Southeast, I believe is his actual title.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know. Where might he be at?
Oh, right. So after that, we kind of settled in. We called the family in because you need a family to be a noble family.
Sure.
So, there's only us that are Duthane. So we kind of got the we called in the Edelhoffs and we called in the Hadenschweilers, and everybody just kind of got together and we all just turned into Duthanes, which I guess the king can just do.
Sure.
And now, sometimes going on is pretty well. We basically inherited a lot of vineyards, so we're in the wine business now.
Excellent. A very good wine is if you keep your populace satisfied with very good wine, you can become a very good ruler.
I agree. So anyway, we're trying to find Randus a wife, because that kind of needs to happen. He needs an heir.
And how is that going?
Not great.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Although there's plenty of interested ladies.
Oh,
you would
well, that's
think
good.
that all the assassination attempts would thwart them, but they haven't.
So how often are these assassination attempts taking place?
Probably just 5 in the past year.
Randus.
So Randus said that it's probably very dangerous for him to be here right now. We did have some wares that we're exporting out to the 7 clans. So Randus offered to take them himself. So that, I don't know. I think he's kind of running a little bit of an experiment. I guess if assassins show up here, then we won't know if they're working for us, if they show up there, or if they're like in the house. You know what I'm saying?
There was an assassination attempt upon my life not too long ago.
Oh no.
Just recently. Little Sparkle was in with their group and organization and knows a little bit more on who this group is trying to kill me and Randus. And, well, they also mentioned Torque and Smith, but I'm not sure that they know about, and I kind of thumb over my shoulder back to the statues, the area of the statues. I'm not sure they know about those guys.
Right. Some wine is brought.
Oh, this is very good wine.
I think so. Of course, this is pretty old, so this predates our
before
our
your
blends and our
okay.
we've only been in power for about maybe 3 years.
Oh, okay. Well, this is still very good.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, let's see. Yeah, Randus is on his way to the 7 clans total control area right now.
We probably need to get to him as quickly as we can.
Okay. Do you need horses?
That would be very good. Or I suppose I could conjure some flying eagles. I don't know how magic is working here.
Well, Randus doesn't seem to have any problem, but actually, I don't know if you know this, but the weather has, in the past few years, become very reliable. So it's going to be storming for probably a week in this area before it moves on.
Okay, I see. Okay, so probably a little bit too dangerous for...
I wouldn't fly in this, but then again, I know nothing of magical eagles.
True.
So why don't you take the horses and figure it out from there?
Is there someone who could go with us as a guide? I was only here briefly the last time, and finding my way, there were others helping the last time.
Yeah, we can send somebody with you.
Okay, excellent. Little Sparkle, is there anything you can share about why they are after Randus?
I mean, the same reason they were after you. They think he's in league with this Professor Leck.
Yeah. Have you heard of that name? Professor Leck?
No, but Randus has correspondence with a lot of people.
Okay.
It's possible that he's using an alias.
Oh. No, I'm sorry. That doesn't ring a bell.
What about the Salamander Coil? Have you heard that name before?
I'm afraid not.
Okay, well, are you and your family safe here?
Well, we've got guards, and we've never had any problem defending ourselves. My biggest concern is for the staff, honestly. Us, we've faced down dragons, lunar monsters, thieves, bandits, that sort of thing. But our cooks haven't. So that's our biggest concern right now, and that's why we want to really get this under control.
Well, I don't know, Little Sparkle, do you know if they have any dragons or beasts in the group that might attack here? Or is it just these guys we've run into?
I mean, my guess would be that they'd send mostly people like the guys we ran into, but it's possible that squad was specifically tailored to the Feywild, given their fire retardant clothing. So I'm not really sure what Randus's capabilities are, if they had any intel on him. As far as the dossier I read, it just said he was some sort of human noble. So my guess is they'd really just send people who had swords and magic.
Okay, all right, well, fair enough then. I suppose we should be off as soon as we can.
All right, I'll get you your horses and your guide.
Thank you, and maybe a couple of bottles of your blend of wine would be nice.
Certainly, although, well, sure, I'll get you something. So, you get some horses with some saddlebags which have some wineskins in them. And also there is a kind of older gentleman. He is a little bit pudgy, balding a little bit, but looks to be kind of in good health.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Are you the ones I'm guiding?
Yes, your name is?
Folks around here just call me Pep.
Pep?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And where
Hello, Pep.
Where do you come from, Pep?
From this area.
Okay.
Kind of, I was hiding around during the war, kind of kicking the insurgents in the shins, as it were.
Sure. Okay. And then you were hired on by the Duthanes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you've been with them how long?
Just since they've been around, so 2-3 years.
Okay, excellent. Well, you know where we're going, right? We need to go meet up with Randus.
Yep, assuming he's following the trail that he left us, then it shouldn't be a problem for me to find him.
Okay, all right. Is Mrs. Duthane still around?
She could be.
Okay.
I mean, she's probably off over there,
Sure.
but she's like overlooking.
Mrs. Duthane, is there anything that you would like us to tell your son?
She kind of taps her chin. Says, yes, if you go on... This is not for Randus, this is for you.
Oh, okay.
If you go on a crazy adventure,
Mm-hmm.
keep an eye out for girls that would be good for him. And she like immediately turns to Little Sparkle and says, and we do need an heir, so they probably should be the same species. Obviously, I would be okay with anything my son chooses. But
You know, there was a girl at in the Seven Clans that seemed mighty interested in Randus.
well, that's the problem, is girls are interested in Randus,
Oh, okay.
but not the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Just
well,
keep an eye out.
Okay. All right. Worm tries to open his mouth and then keeps second guessing. Maybe I shouldn't say anything or ask that question.
Better not.
So I'll keep my mouth closed. All right. Well, yes. Okay. I will most definitely keep an eye out.
All right.
I will help you find a suitable mate for your son.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for the wine.
Oh, my pleasure. I hope you enjoy it.
So question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my list of spells. Where have they gone? Stupid cat has eaten my spell book. I have.
That explains why he was floating around
Yes.
here.
I have the spell that's send the messages.
Ascending?
Ascending. Yeah. Would I be able to do that to reach Randus, or because I know who the person is?
Yeah.
And if I could do that, that would be great. Brian, can you call that up real quick to tell me what I need to roll on this? So, actually, before we leave, I think, Pep, I'm going to see if I can't get a hold of Randus to let him know that we're coming.
Oh,
So
using the old magic then.
The old magic, that is correct. So I sit down. Can anybody lend aid? Or only magic peoples can lend aid?
It's an Arcana check.
It is
Okay.
an Arcana check.
So if somebody's Arcana is not very good, they could actually potentially hinder it.
Okay. Sam, how is your Arcana?
Well, I am a master of all skills, so let me take a look at that.
All right.
Component cost 50 gold.
50 gold, I got plenty of that.
Okay.
My Arcana is a +9.
Okay. That should be able to...
That probably won't hurt.
Yeah. So 50 gold, I'll make a note of that. And what do I need to roll on this, Brian?
Well, it depends on how far you want to go.
Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry.
it makes
This is
a-
an
Yeah.
old version of my character sheet. I think it's actually better than that. Let me take a quick look.
Even better.
Well, so how far away, Pep, do you think we are from where Randus should potentially be?
Oh, hard to tell. I mean, they left a few days ago, but they were in a caravan, so given the weather conditions, they'd probably be pretty far by now. We can catch up to them by horse, but it's going to take us several days' travel.
So there's what? There's a 500-mile range one?
Yeah, that'd be if you get 20
Well,
or better.
What you do is you roll,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
see
Oh, yeah,
how
and then
far you
far-
got.
See if you connect.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to like bid or anything. Like,
Yeah.
well, I think he's this far. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you went over. Blackjack.
It always happens to me. So what am I rolling here, Brian?
Arcana.
Okay, so that's a D20 plus
You get 25 words in said message.
21. Okay, do I compose first and then send?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, let me roll first.
Okay, yeah, my Arcana is a +11.
Yeah, so both of you roll an Arcana check, and basically, actually, I think if Little Sparkle
Holy.
beats like a 10,
I rolled a 41.
That's a nat 20.
There we go.
Nat
Almost
20.
a nat 20.
Well,
Holy
it is
crap.
a nat 20. It was 20
That's-
plus 21, so 41 there.
And I rolled a 19, so
Which is
there
almost.
we are.
Yeah.
With our powers combined.
Wonder Twin powers activated.
Wow.
Is-
that's great, but it doesn't matter because that's huge anyway.
So, yeah, that's definitely anywhere.
Anywhere on this plane, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many words does he get?
25. All right, here we go. Randus. It's Orm. You are in danger. We are on the way. Stay where you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How are you? 17, 18, 19.
You get that message. You get 25 words back.
Word.
Well, you're
Still in.
not quite where you want it to be, but
Okay.
if you keep outpacing them, these guys are not going to catch up to you. So you probably do need to stay put where you are now.
Okay. Orem, great to hear from you. You in the natural world? Heading to the Seven Clans area? Particular city, nerd.
Probably. Oh, let's see. We'll say Memfendian.
Okay. Heading to Menfindian. We'll be. Hope to see you soon.
How many words is that?
So, he didn't necessarily say he was stopping, but I'm hoping he's going to wait for us. But he said he's going to Menfindian, Pep. Do you know where that is at?
I sure do.
Then let's ride.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
All right.
Orem's traveling.
Wah 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 wah.
There's not enough of us yet.
Nope, not yet.
So
You sure
yes,
it's not played on a kazoo?
after much scrubbing for copyrighted music, so yes, some time passes. It is a few days. So actually, if there's anything that the two of you want to do, Little Sparkle and Orem, while you are on your way there, you should figure it out. Also, Orem, you should tell me which mode you're
Today
in.
we are doing fire.
Okay.
Is what is prepped, or the flame.
Summer.
Summer. Yes. Summer is what is prepped. Little Sparkle, can you tell me anything more about why they're after us and obviously you've been here before me. I mean, did you know that Randus was noble?
I've never been to the Central Continent.
Oh, okay. You're from the Southern Continent, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
So I've never heard of Randus or this country or any of the cities you mentioned before, honestly.
So I'm curious. Did you teleport from the Southern Continent to get to the Feywild?
No, we got to the Feywild from a warehouse in the Southern Continent. So
Okay,
I mean, I guess
yes.
I guess it's teleporting.
Okay. All right. Interesting, because then when we teleported back, distances and how long did you travel from where you teleported into where I was?
Not very long.
Yeah.
Less than a day.
Interesting. Okay. Well, spatial differences and focusing, I'm sure, played a part in where we end up. I mean, it was very...
You were helping with the ritual, perhaps. It drove you to Randus from your need.
I'm sure, and we were very fortunate to have Max and Felix find us very quickly.
Yes.
So that we can get to Randus. I'm just rather surprised that he's a noble. I mean, I'm sure he's awesome at it, but it's takes some getting used to. Kind of like the Statue of Friends. That bit of a shock.
Oh, you were friends with that orc?
Yes, and the other one as well.
Oh, the human?
Yes, Smith is his name.
Oh, the companions down the list that you said are...
Yes, yes, you'll remember that you said that that Smith was one of the ones that was on the list, and yes, he's gone. And, well, Torque I've just never heard from.
I see. And so I assume he's presumed dead, given the statue?
Well, I mean, that's one interpretation, sure. I mean, if you've ever been to Diamond Throne, and you said you've never been here, but so you would not. I mean, there's actually a statue there of me as well, but look, I'm standing right here on this horse.
What did you do to earn yourself a statue?
I've never ridden a horse.
It's like, yeah, Pep is like, oh, by the way, that's very dangerous, young man. You should sit down.
Oh! Okay, thank you.
Orem is like very light and agile and fancy.
Horse probably didn't even know that he was on there.
Orem can actually probably stand on a horse without too many problems.
So, yeah, Torque, it's a long story. I'd rather not talk about it right now.
All right. What'd you do to earn yourself a statue, then?
Let's see. We kept the moon from crashing into this world. We stopped a bunch of void creatures. We saved the king. Let's see. Killed a bunch of monsters. Protected some lands. Normal stuff.
General property.
If you say so. The moon, that doesn't really sound like very normal stuff.
Well, I mean, I was here just, a few days, and it happened, so I don't know how things were before that.
What, with the moon not crashing into the world?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how often...
it just come from the
Right, exactly.
Yes. The moon normally doesn't crash into the world.
I was kind of expected that as our adventure grew longer. I had to pull Smith aside, and he explained it to me.
Do celestial bodies often crash into the ground in the Feywild?
Stranger things have happened.
All right.
So you guys travel for a while.
Yes.
And eventually...
Is it raining the entire time?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
what kind of storms? Like thunder, lightning storms, or just like a heavy downpour constantly?
It's actually pretty much a heavy, constant downpour. A little windy, almost no lightning or thunder. A little bit here and there.
Sure.
But eventually, it kind of diminishes and then ends. But it's probably because you guys left the storm rather than because the storm
moved
stopped
on.
or moved on. But right about that time, you spot up ahead a caravan, which has kind of circled up the way like you do when you rest in a caravan.
Little Sparkle spends a fair bit of time drying off her feathers, which have been like fluffed up and oily.
That is them, Pep?
Yeah, probably, although it's a little early for them to have been circled up. I mean, there's still plenty of good daylight.
Well, we did ask them to wait.
Oh, I guess that's true. I'm sorry, I'm not good with all this magic stuff. You know, it used to be you could just stab a guy, but now you gotta get some kind of weird thing on your head to electrocute them or something. It's just, I'm just behind the times.
I find stabbing guys still works surprisingly well.
Well, that's good. You're a girl after my own heart.
Thank you.
So yes. As you approach, you realize that the wagons have been kind of circled up. There appears to be 4 of them, and there appears to be some motion in that camp. And the motion does not appear to be, or it seems very energetic for a bunch of drivers that have just paused for a little bit.
Okay. We probably ought to be a little careful going into camp here. Does it look like they're under an attack or anything, or it just looks like a lot of commotion, or...
It's hard to tell from this distance.
Okay.
Little Sparkle says, I can scout ahead.
Might be best to just stay with us as a group in case there's a problem. They may not... They'll recognize me and Pep, but they may not recognize you, and I wouldn't want you to be in any trouble.
Unless they are extraordinarily vigilant, if I scout ahead, I find it unlikely they'll even notice me.
Okay, go ahead.
She nods, and I will sneak up on the caravan.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Now, are we using Rodrigo's rules of stealth here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to explain those to new listeners?
Not necessary right now. They're only really necessary during combat.
Okay.
So if we get into that, we will. Is that 35 what I'm looking at?
That is correct.
Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, well, you are definitely able to get close enough to see that what is going on here is a bunch of humans. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 of them. There might be another one, like actually in one of the wagons. They are dressed in kind of light leather armor. And all of them appear to be armed with a knife of some kind. Some of them have like little thin knives. Some of them have like kind of bigger, curvier knives. And they are basically tearing this place apart. They are like slashing the canvas of the wagons and like looking inside and like kicking stuff over. Kind of looking around. So basically these wagons have been circled up and the oxen are there that were pulling them. They've been unhitched or whatever, and they are completely oblivious. They don't care. But these guys are clearly tearing up this camp.
Do they appear to be anyone that like actually is part of this camp? And are they injured or tied up or?
No, but it's very possible that they could be in the wagons, and these guys will. If they are, then these guys are eventually going to get to them.
Okay. Then I will stealth back.
Okay.
To Orem.
So what did you see?
Bandits are ransacking it.
And you're sure they're bandits and not part of the caravan?
Oh, I'm quite sure.
Did you see anyone from the caravan or who might have been there? Anyone tied up?
No, my guess is that they're inside one of the wagons, but we should go quickly before the bandits get bored with looting and turn to killing.
Okay, then let's move quickly. And I reach down and I quickly pull out my sword.
Okay. And like charge in?
And charge.
Okay. Pep says, well, how about you guys take care of that? I'll just stay back here.
Fine.
He's a scout, not a bodyguard.
Yep. He fought plenty of wars in his day. He's past that. He just wants to retire. He's one day away from retirement. No, Pep.
His wife would never forgive him.
Yeah,
He's getting too old for this dung.
he is getting too old for this. All right. So, let's see. Oram will charge forward. Is Little Sparkle going to get on a horse and charge forward as well?
She will.
Okay. All right. So, what you are looking at here, those rectangles, can you guys all see that?
I do see that.
There's like a little battle grid. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I like the oxen.
yeah. Those wagons, or those rectangles are the wagons. The wagons provide cover.
Cannot jump on oxen. They don't like it.
Yeah. So as you can see on the top right, I've written down some of the rules that you'll be encountering. The wagons provide cover. It's a DC 21 to jump on the wagon as part of your move. So if you want to move through the wagon or onto the wagon, like you have to make a DC 21 athletics or acrobatics check. The oxen also provide cover. You cannot jump on or over the oxen because they don't like it. And oxen get 1 power, which is that they don't let you jump on them.
It's called horns.
Yep.
Do ones automatically fail on skill checks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nat 20 usually will automatically succeed unless it's something, for example, like ascending, which mattered back in the day where a 20 plus a gigantic arcana check wouldn't just automatically give you a success on ascending. But yeah, for example, unless it's something that has like a very gradual or separated kind of success grid. Yeah. So yeah, if you're making a jump and the jump is achievable, then rolling a 20 will automatically do it. Rolling a 1, even if you have a plus 14 or whatever, you'll still fail.
Okay.
So, these guys are clearly ransacking the place. And when they see riders approach clearly pretty fast, they kind of get into... like they're clearly very aware of you. So, this might be the sort of thing where you guys want to get off your horses, because I think actually both of you will be a lot better in a fight without the horses.
Definitely getting off my horse.
So we'll say that...
oh yeah, as the horse runs past the camp, I just leap off and do a cool flip.
Off.
Land on the ground that may still be a little slippery and just slide into my starting position.
The two of you, Little Sparkle and Oram, can go ahead and roll me initiative.
I rolled a 21.
Yeah, so it's /R, 2d20, K1 plus the modifier.
K1, that's what I was missing.
What's the K1?
Keep 1.
Got it.
So these two guys are so super quick at things that they can actually pick the best of their dice. They can roll 2 dice and pick the best one.
Well, I have special powers.
Yep.
So it automatically keeps the highest one and returns that result only. Okay, cool. All right.
Beautiful.
All right. Okay, so we are going to start up combat. We're at the top of the first round, and as those guys are like moving their knives and being like, what are those guys doing? It's Little Sparkle's turn.
I'm going to move towards Stabby to get to moving 5, 10, 15 to get over here, and I will try to stealth as I move.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20.
Wow.
Holy heck.
So that gives me a 43.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good way to start a combat. If only that was an attack roll. So I have combat advantage, so I will start this off with a dazing strike. Orm has seen this before. She basically just cuts him kind of like right above the eye, and like blood kind of gets in his eyes and startles him. Possibly also being startled because he didn't see this bird woman coming, who's now attacking him. So I have a 36 to hit.
36 will hit.
Great. Then I will stab him for some damage and my sneak attack. That will be, my base damage will be 18, and my sneak attack will be, so 18 base damage, 19 sneak attack damage, for a total of 37 damage to him.
So yes, that guy over there basically turns to look at Orem, and he's like, what's like, ah! And then yep,
and then he is also dazed.
Okay. That sucks for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Add 2 more damage. I have combat advantage. I forget that I roll 18 damage, not 16 damage when.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Next up, it's that guy that just got stabbed. He is going to return the favor.
Fair enough.
It's not.
Ow!
Yep. It's just 30 damage.
Okay.
So are you?
I remember the days when just 30 damage, we'd all be screaming in terror.
Yep.
Yes.
So, basically what happens is Little Sparkle pops out of nowhere and slashes the guy in the face. And he's like, ah! At which point, and he's dazed. He's like really out of it. But you just see him just completely naturally, as this is happening, switch his grip on his blade and slash her almost mechanically. This is a guy who knows his way around stabbing people.
I respect that. Fellow professional.
Yep. And that will be that guy's turn because he can't do anything else. And then it'll be this lady's turn, who is going to...
She's way across the battlefield up by one of the wagons.
Yep.
In fact, each of the bad guys is up against one of the wagons that we can see from our vantage point.
Yep. So she's going to try to come over here and flank Little Sparkle. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to try to make a roll to get on the wagon. Ooh, and she exactly makes it. Hops on the wagon, comes over here to flank Little Sparkle, and is going to take an attack.
Man,
Jeez.
wow, another nat 20.
Wow.
Yep. So
I think you broke some dice there, buddy.
My organs.
Yep. So I got extra bad news because they deal more damage on combat advantage. So this is going to be 50 damage.
Ow.
Yowza.
Are you down?
Okay.
Are you down yet?
No, I'm sure bloodied though.
Okay.
That stinks.
All right. That'll be her turn. Next up, this lady who...
This is classic. This always happens. Rogue rolls high initiative, runs in, gets stabbed.
This is the correct way of doing things. So yes, Razor Rita over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is gonna come over here, and then do a this like backflippy move. And she's pretty sure that these guys got her. She can't possibly have a pancreas anymore. So she's gonna shift 3 squares, technically just 2 there, but she can shift up to 3 to get over there up to Orem and continue the stabification. That's gonna be a 25 versus AC.
That is a miss.
Okay. So yes, she'll take a swipe at Orem, at which point I'm guessing Orem goes into his form and parries the blade.
Yep.
And as Orem parries the blade, he sees past it. Yes, past it he sees the... We'll do this as like...
Nice rack focus.
Yes, rack focus. In focus right now, the lady that just tried to stab him, and then that blurs out as his blade blurs in, and he sees this weird eye open up. He's like, hey!
What? Oh, I grabbed the wrong sword.
Great!
What is it? What can you do?
Great! Next up is the next guy, Johnny Shanks over here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3. Get him over there to the flank. Take a shot at Orem. +2 because he's got combat advantage. That's going to be a 33 versus AC.
That is a hit.
So that'll be 2 extra D10 because of the combat advantage. That'll be 27 damage to Orem.
Ouch.
As this guy just... And then that takes us to this guy. So these guys just fall on-to Little Sparkle and Orem, and out of the caravan comes out this guy. He's young, 30 tops. He's got a magnificent handlebar mustache. Is also dressed in a leather armor. His is a little fancier. Has short cropped hair. And he goes, well, I bet you're already regretting the moment that you cross path with the Stabbingtons. And he's gonna take out his trusty throwing knife and throw a knife at Little Sparkle there. There's gonna be a 38 versus reflex.
Holy crap.
A 38 versus reflex?
Yep.
That is very high.
Stop rolling good.
Well, he rolled a 19 plus
I did
his...
roll a 19, yes.
Rolling these
So that hits,
high numbers.
I'm guessing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I will take this opportunity, not that it would have mattered at all so far, because everyone rolls either 19 or 20 when they hit me, but I will use Anticipate Attack, so I'll get a +4 to all defenses until the end of my next turn.
Okay. How is that activated usually?
It's an immediate interrupt.
Okay. So it wouldn't have mattered?
No, he'd still hit me even with the +4.
Why don't-
It's just
Why don't you save it then? Unless you have a lot of immediates that you want to do.
No,
you might as well just save it for a time when you could.
When you're not getting hit with 19s and 20s.
Right.
Good point.
If such a day exists.
All right, so that's going to be 22 damage.
Well, I go down.
Okay.
Oh!
Youch.
No.
Well, that's 105 damage in 3 hits.
Yes.
All right. Now Orem is up.
And how long would it take him to go? Oh.
I would hope that... who can I hit in a close burst 3 from me? Can I hit everybody, including...
that would hit Sparkle
Stabalita?
as well.
It's enemies, though.
Okay. That would hit 1, 2, 3. That would hit Stabarella, Stabio, Razor Rita, and Johnny Shanks.
All right, and I just kind of... What did Wesley say to me? You're sorry that you met the what?
That you cross paths with the Stabbingtons.
I'm just sorry that you even told me your names. And I raise aloft my mighty sword, and I cast Fire Shroud. Close burst 3. And that is going to be 30 versus Fortitude.
That's going to hit.
Yay!
Woo.
So suddenly, from my sword, this circle just explodes outwards, all on fire. And it just sweeps across all of them that are near me. It doesn't hit Wesley, but they all take 11 damage.
Wow.
And they all take 5 ongoing fire damage save-ins.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
It's not a lot, but...
What else?
Then I'm also, in the process, there's a smaller little ring that goes poof and kind of covers my body. And actually, it kind of covers my body first and then spreads outward and also hits Little Sparkle to give us Flames Protection. This is a minor action. The target gains resist 10 and 10 cold and 10 fire until the end of my next turn. Whenever a creature makes a melee attack against the target, the attacker takes 15 fire damage. No creature can take the damage more than once per turn in terms of that. So that's my minor.
Okay. Keep track of that. Like when you get hit and when she gets hit, keep that in mind.
All right. And I might just stay here where I'm at. So turnover.
Okay. That's going to put us back to the top of the round.
Where I make a death save?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
So let's see. We'll slide Sekar off here just for a second.
Okay.
But, so, meanwhile, above this, in that strange ship-shaped cloud up there, you guys see two people totally trigger your ambush. And then get stabbed a lot. You do recognize one of them, there, Randus. So, you got some lines that you were going to potentially take down. It is just the two of you up here, but so you might have actually let these guys go or try to chase them down later, but now it's kind of go time. So you can go ahead and slide down anywhere on the map you want.
I think I will plop down. Yep, I'll just go right here.
Okay. And as you daringly slide down this cable that seems to come out of a cloud, why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
All right. Randus is a human, maybe?
Question mark?
Yes. He is currently sporting a giant metal arm, is decked out in his adventuring gear, has fancy goggles, wild hair, big leather jacket filled with all sorts of pockets, along with a bandolier similarly pocketed, filled with all sorts of random doodads and gadgets. Giant backpack also filled with same. All decked up. He's holding a big crossbow with all sorts of additional dials and accoutrements added onto it. And he's just he plops down, goes, Orm!
Hello, Randus. How about we get rid of these guys?
Sounds like a plan.
Might see if you can help my friend Little Sparkle there.
On it. So yes, I plop down, kneel down, quickly shoot a curative admixture, and so Little Sparkle can heal a healing surge. Plus, let's see. Healing surge plus 13.
Excellent, thank you. That gets me back up, although I'm still bloodied.
So what exactly does that look like there for Randus to do that?
Basically, a syringe dart shoots out of my crossbow, basically hits Little Sparkle, and she is filled with warmth as her wounds start to close, and she heals.
All right. Little Sparkle wakes up. There's a needle sticking out of her.
Okay. Weirder things have happened.
No.
Does standing provoke in this edition?
Nope.
Great. So she'll look up and say, "Thank you, whoever you are," and I'll take my move action to stand.
Hang on. It's actually not your go yet. I was just describing waking up, and I didn't interrupt you before because I was like, for all I know, you actually have a power that allows you to stand up when you heal.
Oh no, sorry, I missed.
Nope.
Magic healing stand up.
Nope, it's cool. All right. So what else there, Randus?
Do I still got move and standard?
Yep.
Okay. Then in that case, I will cash in my move for minor to go ahead and toss a dancing shield onto Little Sparkle. So I throw out this little disc that has spider-like legs on it that kind of dances around her and projects this holographic-looking shield that will grant a Little Sparkle a +4 power bonus to armor class and reflex until the end of the encounter, and I can move that if need be.
Okay, I'm going to put a blue dot on her since, Brian, you ended up going with blue here for your thing.
Huh. Good idea.
Just so we remember. And try to remember when she gets attacked.
Yeah, I'm writing it down on my sheet right now just to note that. +4 to AC and Ref, you said?
+4 to, yes, AC and Reflex. Yep.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think I'll just go with the Battle Fist Smash upon. I think, yeah, we'll go Stabio. Battle Fist Smash with a 29 total as I rear back with my giant metal arm and punch. Pistons firing.
29 to AC.
Yep, I rolled a 6.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Lame.
Yep. So yeah, Randus clearly this whole time has been a lot more used to fighting armored opponents as he like rears back, like pistons fire, like, but the guy's like just has like taken a lot of time to like duck under it. And just
He's not encumbered by heavy
he's
metal
really not.
armor.
What else?
That'll be it.
All right. Also, sliding down from a mysterious ship-shaped cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and place your character there, Matthew.
Where am I going to sit? Doot. Do I want to doot? I could go here, or I could go doot. I'm going to go doot.
Flank. Okay. No.
Doot.
Yeah,
Doot.
that's probably a good place for you.
Yep.
All right,
That's
go
where
ahead.
I go.
Okay, go ahead and describe your character.
My character. Okay. Human. I was waiting for Randus to go, but no, okay. That's fine. I'll not human.
Sometimes.
6'5", dark skin, jet black hair, no beard, no funny mustache. I want a funny mustache, but it's a long story. Hits the ground wearing a red silk shirt with a black vest and black pants. Quickly draws his swords, clashes the hilts of the swords together, and is clad in his red leather armor. And now I'm ready to hit stuff.
All right. So, go ahead. Oh, well, what do you do?
Tempest Assault on Stabio. So,
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to...
what you want to do first, especially if you're going to use Tempest Assault, but in general, is mark.
Yes, he is marked.
Actually, you get to mark everything that is adjacent to you.
They're all marked.
So that's going to be Rita there.
Stabio, Rita.
We'll do
Nobody
it
else is adjacent, yes?
That is correct. No one else is adjacent.
Correct.
All right.
And then you can go ahead and roll your
Now I
Tempest
have
Assault on Stabio.
Okay. 37 versus AC.
That's going to hit.
Excellent. All right. Now I have to remember how to do damage. One weapon plus strength modifier. What's one weapon again?
It should just be listed there at the top of that power card. So I have it down as plus 22.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d20 plus 22, you already rolled that. And
Right.
then
3d8 plus 18.
1d8 plus...
1d8.
I have 1d8 plus 13.
All right. So I need to roll 1d8 plus 13.
Yep.
All right. I'm rolling that damage. Math is hard. Hi, folks. Welcome back. My name's Matthew. 18 damage.
Okay.
Rita now takes 3 thunder damage.
Okay.
The recoil from when I strike him and the lightning bursts across my sword. The thunderbolt actually hits her in the face.
All right.
right.
Also, do you have a special effect for your mark?
Yes?
Do you wanna say it? You wanna? I know that you. I know that you clearly do. But would you like to just say it later?
I can't remember what it is.
Okay. Well, when you remember, we'll point it. We'll
This is my
retroactively
first-
say that they were impressed by it.
Yes, it was awesome.
Whoa.
It was a thing. All right. Do I have the ability at this point to do anything else? I've used my minor. I've used my attack. Unless I cash in.
Yeah, you have a move action that you can maybe shift with, or you can cash it in for a minor action if you've got another trick. And also, all of you have one action point, so.
Sorry, I've totally lost my brain.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and cash in my action point.
Okay.
I'm going to utilize it for an attack on Rita.
Yep, what are you doing?
Sacrificial strike with my other sword.
Okay.
So I'm going to whip around, and I'm going to, as I turn and take a shot at her, it actually catches fire, and I'm going to attack her with an attack. One moment, please. Oh man, this is hard to get used to. I'm trying to grab for my dice. Okay. 32 versus her AC.
That's going to hit.
Excellent. Damage is 3d6 plus 9.
I've got a plus 10 here.
You got a plus 10? 3d6 plus 10 then. 18 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead. That is actually 18 fire damage.
Okay.
Okay. That would be me. That's my turn.
Okay. So, yes, these two guys slide down on cables out of the sky. And start totally wailing on those guys. It is very clear that all of your opposition is aware of Randus.
Oh.
But we'll get to that. Right now, it's Little Sparkle's turn.
Okay. So now I will stand as my move action. And for my minor action, I will kind of click my boots together, activating my acrobat's boots to would normally allow me to shift 2, but I have a feat that lets me shift 3 when I would shift, or shift extra when I would shift. So it'll be a shift 3 to get over here to into the flank with Razor Rita. And I will use a low slash, so she cuts her in her legs and will hopefully throw her a little off balance. All right, so it's that versus her ref. 45 versus ref, sorry.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Sweet. So then she is actually will be slid. If you could slide her so that she's being flanked by Oram and Sekar.
That guy?
That guy, sorry. Secret guy with a bandana.
With a hat.
And she is slowed until the end of my next turn, and then I will deal my regular damage plus sneak attack damage to her, plus I get to deal bonus extra fun damage because I'm flanking her.
Nice.
So it's base damage of 25 and 8 sneak attack damage, so a total of 32 damage to her. Or sorry, 33 damage. I can do math.
Okay.
And that is it for me.
Okay. Next up, Stabio is going to take 5 damage.
5 fire damage.
And then he is going to...
He's still dazed, right?
He is still dazed.
Okay.
But as one of those pesky
Rodrigo things?
Well...
Oh, Stabio, if he's dazed because of me, he's no longer dazed. That ended at the end of my turn.
Okay, I thought it was a save ends thing.
No, sorry.
Okay. So then he's not dazed. So that actually just makes it easier. He's going to shift over here and attack Sekar. I'm sorry, that guy that we've now named 17 times.
It's okay, people weren't listening.
That's relatively low. It's going to be a 28 versus AC.
That does hit.
Okay. That's going to be 28 damage.
All right. As he hits me, the strange energies that had kind of been swirling around me actually start to glow. And he hits me and I gesture. And I cannot remember your name. I am so sorry. I want to say Little Wing, and I'm a terrible human.
Little Sparkle.
Little Sparkle.
Little Sparkle is for momentarily enwrapped in the energy that comes off my hand. He literally hits me. I kind of shrug towards your direction. You are suddenly the possessor of 10 temporary hit points.
Sweet. Thank you.
The magic of the sacrificial strike.
Next up, it's Stabarella, who is going to totally go for the mark. She's going to move
She's going to take 5 damage.
here. Oh, yep, she is.
Because she's on fire.
Yep. And actually, Stabby is going to try to save. She's going to take a swing on Randus.
No, Randus. Look out for her flaming arm. It's on fire.
That'll be a 36 versus AC.
Believe that will hit.
Okay. Randus will take 24 damage.
Ouch. I said watch out for the arm that's on fire.
I'm trying.
Yeah, if it was the on fire thing, he'd actually be pretty okay. It's the pointy, and that's the
Stabby
problem.
stab.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so that's that girl. And the other girl
Takes 5 damage.
takes 5 damage.
Did you do a save-ins on Stabarella?
I did not. She does not save. Control it up, controller, I guess.
Yay.
She is just gonna stay where she is and attack the guy that marked her. That's gonna be a 27 versus AC, because I forgot to throw in the combat advantage. Okay.
Thanks for pointing out my AC there, buddy.
Sure. Wait, your AC is 27?
Yeah.
If it's 27, then it hits.
No.
Okay, so it's 28? Alright.
No, it is not 27. It does not hit.
Okay, alright, I'm just saying.
Rob would have cut that. It's cool.
Well, Rob's not here, man.
That's right. She'll just stay there. Next up is the boss. Yep. He's going to move over here. And then basically crouch down. And then do this crazy acrobatic thing. So basically what he's going to do is he's going to move into... Like he's going to shift into Sekar's square. Then this square over here. Then Randus' square. Then this square over here. Then Little Sparkle's square. Then this square over here. And he's going to make an attack on everybody.
Ouch.
That
Sweet.
he crossed.
Jerk.
So...
What can stop these attacks?
Presumably,
rolls.
yes, presumably some sort of immediate interrupt that prevents him from moving or something like that.
So is he taking a melee attack against... Is this a melee attack?
Yep.
So he needs to take 15 fire damage against me. And 15 fire damage because he's attacking Little Sparkle.
He's not
as well.
attacking you. He's attacking
okay.
everybody but you. But
Oh, okay. Well, if he attacks Little Sparkle, then he also takes 15 fire damage.
okay, remind me of that at the end of
Yes,
this.
okay.
And I will actually just have him attack 3 times. And then whatever order they come out, that's the order we'll go. So Sekar, then Randus, then Little Sparkle. That'll be a 29 versus reflex for Sekar.
That does hit.
Okay. It'll be 17 damage.
All right. Once again, as he hits me, the swirling energies swirl and swirl out, and Little Sparkle now has 20 temporary hit points.
Ooh, they stack. Exciting.
They do not stack.
Damn.
You have
I tried.
you
Have another
yes,
10.
Yes, your 10 hit points are replaced by 10 fresh hit points.
Yes.
Can you
I
give those to
totally
someone
meant
else?
Randus.
Can
what I
you
meant.
can you point that at Randus?
I can point that at any ally within 3 squares of me.
Well,
Cool.
he'll probably need them because
I misspoke. I'm still getting used to this.
that's a 33 coming at Randus.
33 versus reflex.
Yep.
That'll hit.
Okay.
10 temporary.
That's a 17 or 17 damage.
So no more temporary, and minus 7. Right.
And then that will be a 32 against Little Sparkle versus Reflex.
That misses because of the magic dancing shield.
Woo!
All right.
Magic dancing shield. Must love it. Gotta love the shield.
I'm a big fan. It's protecting what organs I have left right now.
Yes.
They're still there. Technically, if you cut them in half, you got twice as many.
Pancreal regeneration is going to be a bit difficult.
And then that'll be his turn.
And he's going to take the 15 damage.
He is going to take that 15 damage.
Because he's on fire.
Yep.
Next up is Johnny over there. He's going to take 5.
Correct.
And he's going to shift over here. And take... he'll throw a knife at Orem. That'll be a 32 versus Reflex.
Just hits.
Okay. That'll be 20 damage.
I am right at bloodied.
Okay. And then next up is Orem.
Okay, so let's see. If I drop right here, that's a burst 1. That'll catch those 3, right?
A burst 1 will hit those 3.
But nobody else.
Well, your friends.
Well, but it's enemies.
Is it?
Each enemy in the burst. It is Hex of Madness. Woo! I'm just going to go ahead and point my the sword with the eye.
Is that a ranged burst?
It is a ranged burst. Burst
If
1
you
within
do it
10
from there,
squares.
you'll provoke an attack of opportunity.
Shift up.
Or an opportunity attack, as it were.
Okay. So I will shift here then. Shift 1 over.
Well, then
That's-
you'll
that'll-
provoke
that'll-
an opportunity
I'll just
from
back
2
up.
people.
I will back up 1. There
Okay.
we go.
There you go.
And I will cast my Hex of Woe onto these 3 that are surrounding Randus and this other guy. And I roll a 30 versus Will.
30 versus Will. Hits.
All right. So this is so each one of them, not much better, will take 17 damage, psychic damage, and it creates a zone that lasts until the end of my next turn. Each enemy that ends its turn in the zone takes psychic damage equal to 2 plus your modifier, 6 damage.
Oh, by the way, that is gonna bloody Razor Rita there. And also Stabio.
Good to
Okay.
know.
And what did that look like?
When I pointed the sword and kind of told it, hey, let's not screw this up. There's this crackle of a crackle of electric energy that starts in the eye, and as it moves out, these little jagged points start kunk, 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 all the way up the blade, and then this like electric blue spark just fires out, flies up, boom, bursts it open, and it is kind of terrifying because you see these as it hits, it looks like these little specters float up from the ground.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Yeah. Messing with your minds, man.
What else?
And I think I'm going to use my face step to pop out of existence and pop in here. And I get to do a melee basic attack, pop up on the other side of Stabio, and I get to do a melee basic attack against him. So that is a pretty significant. Now I get a bonus of 2 because I flanked.
Correct.
Right? So 23. So I roll a 20. God, that was terrible. 27 versus AC on Stabio.
That's not gonna hit.
No, I didn't think so. And that's my turn.
Okay.
It'll mess with his mind.
So, a question then, in the way that this is worded, I'm guessing, I think I know the answer, but it says on this Flames Protection, I gain resistant 10 cold and 10 fire until the end of my next turn. Whenever a creature makes a melee basic attack against the target, the attacker takes 15 fire damage. No creature can take this damage more than once per turn. Just as the way it says end of my next turn before the other damage, does that mean that the 15 damage is ongoing or not? Or did that also end
also
at that
goes
turn?
away at the end of that turn.
All right. It's a wording.
Sure.
Order. So.
Yeah, they should have done it all together.
Yeah.
But it would say for the rest of the encounter.
Right,
otherwise.
okay. Then that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Top of the round.
Top of the round. In fact, why don't we take a top of the round break? A lot to take in, ladies and gentlemen. And this might be a good time. I know you guys hate it. I don't like it either, but hey, it's either you get one really long episode followed by one really short episode, or two episodes that are of average length back to back. And we know that so many of you use Critical Hit to make it through your day and your week and sometimes your month. And we appreciate all the re-downloads and everybody who... there are some of you out there who have told me that you are on your 7th or 8th complete re-listen to this series. It's a lot of dedication, and I really appreciate it. And I know everybody here appreciates it as well. So thank you, D&D Brian. Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Sam. And until next time, everybody, here's hoping that all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is part of the Frog Pants Studios Network. For more information about this and other shows, visit frogpants.com. Audio programs so good, it's like you're there.